confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy T, SKO to the day, Mr. Flow So Good, Matiba Totle, Mrs. Keep Up My What. Y'all already know, man, back with you guys with another YouTube video. If you are new to a channel, like I always say, man, you like what we do at Cisco DTV, do make sure not to leave this channel without clicking that red button and subscribing. Also clicking the bell next to that red button, because that's what really makes sure that YouTube notifies you every time we upload a video. Now, y'all will already know, but that this past weekend marked the airing of the BET Hip Hop Awards in Africa. You will know that what BET usually does is they air the live event in the US a few weeks before, and then they bring it to BET Africa, and then they air it for the rest of us to be able to watch. And usually when they bring it over to be aired in Africa, what they do is they go and find some local talent or some African talent, and they basically put it on the show, you know, to actually have a cypher, you know, in between, you know, the show actually going on. And this year they got a number of artists out there. They got your Shane Eagles, they got Nasty C, they got Areece, they got Envy, they got P.O, they got Gigi Lamaine, they got Kid Dini, they got his Java. If I'm forgetting anyone, let me know. Reason, Gobi Beats, and you know, basically they got a number of artists to go there and actually do their ciphers. And pretty much I watched all those ciphers, and I must say that, you know, SA Talent is pretty lit. All those artists were actually dope. Okay, I listened to all their verses. I can't say anybody actually slacked or anybody was actually whack. Okay, compared to what I heard in some of the other ciphers from other parts of the world, these ciphers were actually dope. The SA ciphers were actually dope. Now I'm gonna specifically speak on the cipher that happened between Nasty C, Areece, and Shane Eagle, because I listened to the cypher, okay, you know, and I thought it was pretty dope. I love Shane Eagle's verse. I thought it was nice with the flow. He had some slick lines in there. You know, Nasty C came in. He also had not only some slick lines in there, he also came in and he basically, you know, spoke about his whole story of, you know, almost basically dying 3 times, where he speaks about almost committing suicide, and he speaks about the case where you guys will remember he was robbed, and it was rumored that, you know, those guys actually tied him up, left him in the bathroom, and actually robbed him and stole all his stuff. So, you know, he basically speaks on those matters on his particular verse. I thought that was dope. And then Areece basically comes in, and I personally thought he had the most memorable verse. He had, you know, a lot of bars on there, and on top of, you know, or a lot of memorable bars at least. And on top of that, you know, he basically came in on some competitive stuff, and basically came out and pointed out a lot of stuff that, you know, people weren't expecting him to actually point out. In between all of that, you guys basically start tagging me and telling me, yo, look, man, Areece and Nasty C actually took some subliminals at each other on these particular verses. So I went back and I listened, and some of the lines that you guys were actually talking about, more specifically on Nasty C's verse, a lot of people thought that the shot at Areece, there's a part where Nasty C basically comes out and says something along the lines of, these rappers are my sons, so you know they gotta eat. So basically he's saying, I gotta feed them. He pauses for a little bit, and then he continues and says, no, these rappers are my daughters because they actually have ovaries. Now, you know, it's obvious why people would think that that's a shot at Areece, because, you know, you guys will already know that a lot of people in the past have come out to say Areece is basically, you know, people will be like, he looks like a lesbian, you know, type thing. He looks like a girl type thing. So we'll know that Kid Dini has also come out and dissed him about that, where he basically came out and said, you know, you look like a very nice lady. And on top of that, you'll know that Nasty C is actually right now got Areece on the Iverson tour, and a lot of people were basically speculating to say he's basically trying to say, look, man, I'm trying to make sure that Areece is eating also, you know, he's my son, so I'm signing him to some type of thing. And that's why people actually thought that that line was actually directed at Areece. And then Areece had a couple of lines there, you know, basically his first line, he comes out and says, yo, everybody's dope, every rapper is nice up until, you know, Areece starts to rap. So he basically comes out and says, like, yo, these 2 rappers that just rap here, they sound dope, but they're not dope when I actually come on. When I come on, you guys gonna realize what dopeness actually is. And that's the line that people thought, you know, was a shot, basically. And there's also a line in that verse where he comes out and says, Areece is the reaper back with 2 caskets, which is basically him suggesting the fact that he just killed the 2 rappers that he was, put with to actually, deliver this verse. And so those are the 2 lines that people speculating that, yo, man, there's actually some shots in between there. Now, I'm going to start with the Areece part, and I'm going to come out and say, I didn't think that was specifically shots at anyone, like as in like a direct shot. I think it was just him on some competitive stuff. That was him basically coming out to say, I'm the best of the best, I believe I'm the best of the best, and I ain't afraid of any of y'all rappers, even if you're Nasty C and Shane Eagle. I am bold enough to say that my verse right now is better than your verses, and I'm bold enough to say that I just killed y'all on the verse. I thought that was smart. I thought that's what's necessary, for a cipher. I believe that that's what's really necessary in a cipher. You need to make sure that you've got those things that people will remember you by, that will have people talking, that will have people, conversating, basically talking about your verse. So I thought that was smart, and I thought that was him just on some competitive stuff. I can never really come out and say that was a shot at anyone. With the Nasty C line though, I'm not so sure. I'm hoping that it wasn't a shot, and I'm doubtful it was a shot, because even as the cipher goes on, you can see Nasty C basically hyping. The whole situation is hyping Areece, is hyping, Shane Eagle. He's, he's basically on this hyper, type of thing. So for me, it would be odd for him to go and get Areece, put him on the Iverson tour, only to run around dissing him about it. And also, it was kind of odd to me that why would he come out and basically diss him at a time where these guys are supposedly supposed to be working together. So I'm gonna come out for those reasons and say no, it wasn't a shot, but I certainly do understand why people thought it was a shot. It definitely would apply to Areece to some extent. But I don't know, man. Y'all leave me your comments in the comment section, letting me know what you guys thought about, the BT Cypher. What did you guys think of all the Cyphers? What did you guys think of, the Cap City Cypher, the Rap Life Cypher, the Ambitious Cypher, and basically the Iverson too? They called it the Iverson Cypher. I don't know why they called it that, but yeah, the one with Areece, Nasty C, and Shane Eagle. Y'all let me know which one was your favorite. Y'all let me know if y'all think Nasty C and Areece basically took some shots at each other. Let me know why. Leave me your comments, and definitely subscribe. Awesome. Now wait. Emma Billy, I know you want to go, but click that red button and subscribe and put some respect on a younger name, man. Awesome.